Wringing it out is a technique you can use that is not a one-time thing. So wringing it out really helps get those fluids, those bloody water mixtures out of the hide. So this hide is very clean right now, and we really want to work at getting all of those dirtier fluids out. So wringing is a good way to do that. And then when we put it in fresh water, it's a drier hide, so it wants to absorb the water quicker. And I would let it soak. I'm gonna go teach class, and I'll let it soak for a few hours, and then I'll come back to my house tonight and wring it out again, and then put it in fresh water overnight, and in the morning, wring it out one more time. So for wringing out the hide, we tried several different things just to illustrate how it's possible to do it in any situation. If you're in a parking lot, use a signpost. If you have a back of a truck or like a ball hitch, you can do that. Ideally, you'd want a longer piece of wood, and that's thick enough and strong enough to be able to not break, but not so thick that you have to cut huge holes in the edge of the hide to thread it over. Some of the photographs, the Carvo photographs, show closer spaced holes, and you can see how by doing that in the photos, it really captures the whole hide nicely. And that's more of the way that Helen was showing us what to do. Charlie had showed us a way of folding the hide to where you don't actually need holes at all, and that's to me was really helpful. And you fold all the loose ends in together so that it's fully encased. So once you've either folded your hide over to encase the hide, or if you've cut holes and you've laced it up the corkscrewing pole, you wring it, get it all the way as tight as you can, and then you tie it off to that post, that pole that you have going in the ground, and then you let it drip.
One thing that the archival photos show is the ideal way to work on this step by yourself. You know, she has a stake that's low to the ground. It's in a shady area, so it's not going to dry out, and you're going to be able to leave it for a period of time to drip and still remain moist. Also, leaving it to be wrung out this way to drip, leaving it in this state is going to help stretch the hide and break up those fibers.
So when we first started, we had just river water that we were rinsing the hide in, and then we scraped it for a while, and then I started soaking it in soap because it became apparent that we weren't going to get all that blood out without something. We could have used wood ash water, we could have used urine, but I used soap, and that it just helps extract the blood out of the hide a little bit better. So the types of soap that I use commonly are Head and Shoulders, because it has a zinc product in it for the anti-dandruff part that works well for getting rid of the smell and extracting the fats and the blood out. I'll use Vel's Naphtha soap, which is like the laundry bar yellow soap, and I'll use washing soda and laundry detergent or OxyClean. The laundry detergents I tend to use are things that I'm not allergic to, so it ends up being non-scented, clear products. So after the hide has been fully scraped, after you've removed the hair, you've removed the flesh and the membrane on the hair side, and there's no more blood in the hide, that's really the indicating factor if the hide is clean, if all the blood is gone and the hide is stretchy. So when you've reached that stage, that's a good long-term storage stopping point. And some of the ways you can store it is by stretching it out on a frame, drying it out, or you can just lay it over a pole, let it dry out that way. You can leave it outside for winter and let it dry in that same kind of just like hanging on something kind of way. I've draped it over stuff in winter and let it snow and stuff and dry it that way over winter, or you can wrap it up, put it in the freezer. You can put it in a bag. You don't even have to put it in a bag. If you don't put it in a bag, then it might stick to everything in your freezer, and that's the reason why I put it in a bag. Or I wrap it up in a towel and put it in the freezer. So it's thinking about the same ways you would store food for a long period of time is either freezing or drying it.